The Indiana Pacers scared the living hell out of me. They ain't going to miss shots like Boston did. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They're going to make shots, and the New York Knicks are going to have to be better offensively in order to beat the Indiana Pacers. I'm picking the Knicks to win this series, make no mistake about that, because I don't think back-to-back years in a Game 7 they going down at the Garden. I refuse to believe that. But I think this series is going to go 7 games. Indiana should scare people for another reason. They've said nothing. All this noise that New York has been making. Have you noticed how quiet the Indiana Pacers have been? This is not what they usually do. But you know what? They know what they can do. They know how lethal and how big time they can be. And I think they're going to be ready, and this is going to be an epic series. But the Garden is the Garden, as Shanae pointed out. There is a different flavor, a different vibe that forces the opposition at times to shrink, okay? And I believe that that is what is going to happen in this series when it counts most.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Of course, the Knicks hype man is hedging his bets. That's what Stephen A. Smith's expertise is, creating narratives on a debate show. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about the Knicks seeking revenge against the Pacers. Remember, the Pacers beat the Knicks in the second round of the NBA playoffs last season. The Knicks and Pacers are now going to have a rematch against each other in the Eastern Conference Finals this season, though. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. Can the Knicks get their revenge on the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals? I believe so. I believe Jalen Brunson is going to have a sensational series against the Pacers. Not only will Jalen Brunson have a sensational series against the Pacers, so will the rest of the New York Knicks roster. Obviously, the New York Knicks are playing with house money right now. Not a lot of people expected the New York Knicks to do much of anything in the NBA playoffs. You have to give credit to the New York Knicks where credit is due. Jalen Brunson is playing like a man possessed in the NBA playoffs. Not only has he been one of the most durable superstars in the National Basketball Association, Jalen Brunson is also one of the most productive superstars in big time moments. When you think about the New York Knicks in clutch situations, what happens to them 9 times out of 10? They usually come out of that game victorious. The way that they are able to win close games is quite frankly incredible. And the thing is, everybody knows where the ball is going to go to. They don't run any special plays. They know the ball is going to go in Jalen Brunson's hands. And what does Jalen Brunson do anyway? He makes key shots and he makes the New York Knicks better around themselves. Obviously, Tom Thibodeau is one of the best coaches in the National Basketball Association. The man should seriously be given his flowers for what he has done with the city of New York. The New York Knicks were an absolute mess when Tom Thibodeau inherited this franchise, but ever since Tom Thibodeau has inherited this franchise, the New York Knicks have looked like a team that can compete for a championship. Tom Thibodeau has created a culture where defense is not only accepted, it's to be expected. The New York Knicks defense is one of the better defenses, and they're going to absolutely need their defense to show up against the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are a good basketball team. Don't get me wrong, I would not be surprised if they came out of the series victorious, but when you compare the Pacers to the Knicks, I have to say to myself, who is more likely to close a game, Jalen Brunson or Tyrese Haliburton? And I'm choosing Jalen Brunson, not because Tyrese Haliburton can't close out a game for the Indiana Pacers, but Jalen Brunson won the Clutch Player of the Year award. I expect that trend to continue. The man is a walking bucket. Everybody knows the ball is going to Jalen Brunson in the arena, but you know what? Nobody can stop that play whatsoever because Jalen Brunson just abuses opponents with his pick and roll ability. He has the ability to make 3-point shots. He has the ability to drive to the rim. Quite frankly, Jalen Brunson's got a little bit of Allen Iverson in him in the sense that he knows that he's one of the most clutch players on the planet, and he's still going to beat opponents anyways. That's how good Jalen Brunson is. The New York Knicks are going to be seeking for blood against the Indiana Pacers, knowing that they should have beaten them in last year's playoff series. Obviously, the Knicks, they're healthy now. They're going to be playing at a high level. I can't wait to see how this series is going to play out. I also want to show you guys this clip of Kendrick Perkins praising Jalen Brunson as one of the best players in the National Basketball Association when being asked by Malika Andrews for who is the best player left in the NBA playoffs. Kendrick Perkins replied back by saying Jalen Brunson is the best player in the NBA playoffs right now. He sounded ultra confident in his answer. Roll the film.
When you're looking at the best player that's left here of these last 4 teams, who is that?
Oh, he's 6'2" and thick, and he go by the name of Big Body Brunson. That's who I'm thinking of, Malika. Right, second in the postseason and 6th in the postseason in scoring, second overall points in the postseason, and he's the most clutch player in the postseason, leading all players with clutch points. Here's the thing about Big Body Brunson: not only will he get it done at home in Madison Square Garden when it comes down to the fourth quarter, but damn it, he takes it on the road as well. And if I had to say anybody is the best player right now remaining in the postseason, it's Big Body Brunson.
You serious?
Although I do not agree with Kendrick Perkins' assessment on who is the best player left in the NBA playoffs right now, I do agree with the fact that Kendrick Perkins believes Jalen Brunson is one of the best players in the National Basketball Association. Jalen Brunson is seriously one of the more underrated superstars in the National Basketball Association right now. Obviously, the best player left in the NBA playoffs right now is either Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Anthony Edwards. It's not a knock on Jalen Brunson, but he's not on the level of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Anthony Edwards. You look at the rest of the Knicks roster, they're pretty good in there as well. They got Karl-Anthony Towns, they got Josh Hart, they got Mikal Bridges, they got OG Anunoby, and they got Deuce McBride coming off the bench. The Knicks are pretty top heavy, but that's always a Tom Thibodeau team. Rick Carlisle's team, on the other hand, is filled with a lot of depth, and they like to play really fast. It's going to be really important for the Knicks to stay healthy throughout the course of this series. Obviously, the Knicks players are going to have to keep themselves conditioned if they want to win this series. If they get injured, this series might not go the way the Knicks wanted to go, though. However, I'm expecting the Knicks to stay healthy. They've shown incredible durability throughout the course of the NBA season. That's why the Knicks are one of the best teams when it comes to having players play heavy minutes. They're going to absolutely need it against the Indiana Pacers, and I believe this series is going to go 7 games. If it's close, I'm going with the New York Knicks. I got the New York Knicks winning this series in 7 games. By the time it gets to game 7, there are no more coaching adjustments to be made. It's your guys versus their guys, and I trust Jalen Brunson a little more than I trust Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton has won a game 7 against Jalen Brunson, but you guys also have to remember that Jalen Brunson was not 100% healthy in game 7. I'm assuming Jalen Brunson is going to be fully healthy if it comes to a game 7 in this year's NBA playoffs, but let's see what happens though. I can't wait to see how the series is going to play out though. I think the Knicks are going to start off the series on the right note. If the Knicks go up 2-0 in this series against the Pacers, then I feel really good about their chances of winning the Eastern Conference Finals. Otherwise, let's see what happens though. The New York Knicks are a more talented team than the Indiana Pacers on paper. I believe in the Knicks. They got to get it done. I believe they will do that. So that is why the Knicks can get their revenge on the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, as the Knicks will beat the Pacers in 7 games. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.